Welcome to the Podcast Book Club. I'm Brenda.
And I'm Carol.
So we are the teen department here at the Antioch District Library. Today we're going to be talking about the books we've read in the past, or recently?
Currently, or recent past.
Yeah, well.
Or maybe old past. Who knows? Great, we know what we're doing. But hey, who doesn't want to talk about books, right?
Yes.
So I'll start.
Okay.
Right now, I have a habit of reading 2 books at a time, which sometimes works and sometimes doesn't. But that's just typically what I do. Currently, I am reading A Cuban Girl's Guide to Tea and Tomorrow by Laura Taylor Namey. I chose the book because it had a lot of good reviews and a lot was being said about this book and how good it was. And so I just thought I would give it a try. And the other book that I'm reading is The Enigma Game by Elizabeth Wren. Many of you might have read her book Code Name Verity, which is very popular. She has a number of this is a historical fiction. So those are the books I'm reading. And I find it ironic that I chose these 2 books for different reasons. I do like historical fiction, and I really liked Code Name Verity. And again, the Enigma Game had a lot of being said about it. And when I started the book, I realized that both books are about teenage girls that are in England, that are not originally from England, but go to England. 2 totally different time periods, 2 different styles of books, and yet here we are with 2 girls going to England.
Oh, I mean, was the Enigma Game, so you're reading that right now, right?
Yes.
And was that any good?
Yes. It is very good. If you like historical fiction, it's in the World War II era and has to do with spies, but a different kind of situation than in Code Name Verity, where this girl just kind of falls into it accidentally, and the maneuvering that she needs to do to make sure that the information that she has gets into the right hands, and the struggle with that. And then the Cuban Girl's Guide to Tea and Tomorrow is, again, another really good book. It's interesting because it's an American girl with Cuban roots from Florida, and she is sent to England because she had some really hard times at home, and they just thought that she needed to go someplace.
Somewhere else.
She had an aunt in England, so she went to England, and it reflects a lot on Cuban culture, and then the transition over to the English culture and kind of her struggle between those 2 cultures, and really starting out not liking I don't want to give too much away from the book, but I hate when people give spoilers. So, but the struggle between enjoying being in England and yet longing to be back at home with her Cuban relatives.
Yeah, that sounds like a nice book.
And it's got a lot of cooking things in it too, a lot of pastries and teas.
Oh yeah, makes you hungry, makes you want to eat all that sugar.
But there are no recipes.
Okay, no recipes then. Darn. Well, I know that recently for me, I tend to like fantasy. So I picked out this book, Cursed by Thomas Wheeler. I was super excited about it because, I don't know, the cover was really good. It was all bright and red and, looked real action-y and stuff. But I really didn't get into it that much. Which is surprising. Usually I devour books. Not this time. It was very sad. I know that this book is being turned into a Netflix series.
Oh.
Or it is a Netflix series. I think season 1 is out on Netflix. So I wanted to read it, see what it's about. It is good. It just didn't grab my attention. And then it was time to return it. And I already renewed it twice. So I couldn't.
That was it.
Yeah, I had to return it. And I haven't grabbed it since, so I guess...
Library police would come after you
Yes.
if you didn't read it.
Yes, well, being in the library, I should turn things in on time, and I forgot. So it was quite late. Maybe I should be better. What is it I'm supposed to be? An example? Not a very good one this time around. Yeah, so that one wasn't a successful read. But one that was, lately I've been reading a lot of graphic novels. So I was reading the new Teen Titans series by Cami Garcia. They have 2 out, Raven and Beast Boy. The artist is Gabrielle Piccolo. I loved Teen Titans when I was a kid. I used to watch that show all the time. So I was super excited about that. And I follow Gabriel Piccolo on Twitter, and he posts his art on there. Uh-huh. Really good artist. So I was super excited that we had these. And so I checked them out, read them both. They're great. Easy reads, like 30 minutes. It makes me super excited for the next series, the next book to come out soon.
Do you know when it's coming out?
I have no idea. Sometime, I know that this guy who I follow, Gabriel Piccolo, the artist, he said something about it, they're doing press for it or something. So it must be soonish.
Okay.
So, Carol, buy it, please.
Yes. Well, that's why I asked. I have to put it on my radar so that I make sure it gets here right away.
Yeah.
Hey, you can fill out a green card.
Yes. Yeah, the green card. I should fill that out. Give you a nice reminder there.
Yes.
This one, I want that one.
Yeah. So in case you aren't aware of our green cards, if there is a book that you want that is not out yet, you can fill out a green card, and we will then make sure that we purchase that when it is available. And then we'll let you know. You're automatically put on hold for it, and you can be first in line unless somebody else has filled out a green card before you did.
That's a good thing to know.
Yeah.
Especially when you're out there waiting for a book to come in. It hasn't come yet.
Yeah, that's why sometimes I'm always torn, because if there's an author that I really like and they write in series and I know that they're starting a new series, I want to get the book right away, but then I get really frustrated when I have to wait too long for the next one to come out. So sometimes I'll put it off for a while until I know it's not going to be that long that I'll have to wait for the next one, because I'm a kind of impatient person.
Yeah, I know that struggle.
Yes.
It's like the worst waiting. I've been trying to get back into reading because I just finished college, so I didn't have time before. It was very sad. I missed my books, but now, I don't know. I've been trying to get back into it, trying to find a good book to that really catches my attention. It hasn't really happened that much. So this time around, I was looking through our new books, and I found this one called A Deal with the Elf King by Elise Koba, and it seemed really interesting. I read the back. Seems like it's a fantasy series about a girl who, I guess they must have some sort of deal with this elf king, and so the elf king grabbed girls from the human world or something, and then he takes them with her, and the main character in this seems to be the one that has been chosen. So we shall see if it's any good.
Is it a series?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I will have to look and check. I was just looking through the new things and went, oh, this looks interesting.
This looks good.
And I just grabbed it. So I will hope that it's good and hope that it's not like the second book in a series. I should probably just look. I should just look. I have all the resources. I could look. The other book that I have, like I said, I was looking at a lot of graphic novels because they're just super easy. It's like a 30-minute, 45-minute read, usually if it's a smallish one. So I grabbed this one that looked pretty good too. It's called Swamp Thing by Maggie Stiefvater. Again, art looks really cool, super colorful. It looks fun, so I'm excited to read this one.
I love this author, Maggie, and I always stumble over her name too. It's Maggie, Tiefvater. Stiefvater. Okay. No. One of the first young adult sci-fi fantasies I read was Scorpion Races, and I really loved that book. And I've read a few others of her books too, but that was because sometimes it's the first book that you read from an author that just really sticks with you. And the other ones are good too, but the first one makes such an impression that's when it's like a go-to for the author.
Yeah. So, yeah, I need to catch up on my reading. I just need to catch up on my reading. I went 4 years without reading a good, fun book. So.
Well, I actually had a really hard time with COVID and the pandemic. And for initially when we got sent home last March, I thought, oh, great. I can just read to my heart's content. I'll have all this time. And it was like I couldn't read. It was awful. I would sit down and pick up a book and I just couldn't focus. But I'm over that. Yay! And now I'm trying to make up for lost time.
Yeah. All right. Well, we missed you guys.
Yeah, where are you?
Yeah, exactly. Where are you guys? So no, but if you want to sign up for the next podcast book club, you can. I believe that is February something. We are
on top of things here.
Yeah. Totally not prepared at all. But it's
in February.
Yeah.
Look for it.
It's a Tuesday. I think the last Tuesday?
The second Tuesday?
No.
Third Tuesday?
They're probably the third Tuesday of every month, I think, is when this goes on. It is over Zoom at the moment, so which is fine because we can record Zoom voices.
Yes.
So
we know this.
Yes, we do know this. So if you do want to sign up, talk with us about books, come and join us. We would like to see you guys. We would like to hear your voices
while you're finding out when we have our next podcast. You can take a look at other things that are on the calendar. We're trying to do things that are fun and entertaining, something different than your everyday school life. Give you a break from that a little bit, but we'd really like to have you participate with us.
Yeah, this is a thing for all of us to do. So if you liked today's meeting, please join us. But also at the same time, if you brainstorm with us, we can make this even better.
Yes.
So
you think?
Yeah. So hopefully you guys sign up.
Yes, and we also need you guys to think of a name for us.
Yeah.
Besides the high school podcast book club.
Yes. We need a creative name. Our creative juices have not been flowing. They have not. Okay, so we will see you next time. All right, goodbye.
Bye.